Wrapping up Week 7 of the World League season, we come to you from Dusseldorf, Germany. Founded in the 14th century, a lot of history in this city. And the fans getting enthusiastic about the Rhine Fire. They're matched up with the Scottish Claymores. Yesterday in the World League, Frankfurt with a victory over London, 31-7. The Amsterdam Admirals with a win over Barcelona, 26-21. Things all stacked up. As we take a look at the latest standings, the Rhine Fire with a chance to hold on to the top spot with a victory over the Scottish Claymores, who are at 500. Barcelona already in the World Bowl. They will be the host on June 22nd. The head coach of the Rhine Fire, Galen Hall, 1 win shy of his 20th victory. He would become just the second coach to reach that mark. Hall said that last week's win showed a lot of character, come from behind win over Frankfurt at Waldstadion. 57-year-old Jim Kreiner in his 3rd year as the head coach with the Scottish Claymores. He said earlier this week, this will be a great test to see exactly where this team stands. The Rhine Fire have won the toss. Scotland will kick it off. Wayne Lamley doing the honors with Deriki Mose and Derek Clark deep. And we are underway. On the reverse, Mose hands it off. Some running room. And forced out of bounds. A little gadget play to start with.
And what a block by Mark Brook to set that up. A great return.
Bill Schrader got the handoff.
Now it's a low line drive kickoff, which helps any return. And you're going to see right there, Schrader in 84, left side of your screen. He's going to take the ball from Mose. And then keep an eye, 56 Brook with a block right. It's coming. Well, we missed it.
First play of the drive, a handoff to Antoine Carter. Starting quarterback TJ Rubley suffered a grade 2 shoulder separation. He said putting a t-shirt on will cause him some pain after what took place last week in Frankfurt.
And he had trouble putting on his helmet because they stole his helmet on Tuesday. He just got one last night, but he is the leading quarterback in the World League as we stand right now.
And he is a born leader. So poised and confident in the pocket. And he makes this offense tick. A 2nd down and 6. Rubley back to throw, some pressure. Fires on a sideline route, and it is complete. First pass connection to David Rhodes. Starting running backs and receivers. David Rhodes making the first catch. 3 allocated players, including Schrader, Dritline, and Ofodile. On the National Series, Babak Movasagi, who caught his first professional pass 1 week ago. It was a touchdown. Movasagi will check in on the National Series. Play is stopped as Rubley goes to the sidelines to chat with Galen Hall. Let's take a look at the offensive line for the Rhine Fire. Spencer Folau heads the list.
Yeah, he plays left tackle. He's going against Jason Simmons, and he had his hands full on that play. There's your offensive line.
The Rhine Fire with a 2-game winning streak. They have a chance to become the first team in the World League this season to win 3 in a row.
Sure, that man, Galen Hall, keeping an eye on Rubley, because when after he threw the ball, he did get hit. Went down, got up a little slowly, and you could see him just letting that right arm just hang down to his side. Don't know if that had that was the reason for the timeout, but now he's calling for another play. Actually, he's calling for Twan Carter to join him on the field. There's Carter coming into the huddle.
1st and 10 for the Rhine Fire. Opening drive of the day. 3 receivers for Rubley. Long count, handoff up the middle. Carter is caught from behind by Jason Simmons. Take a look at the defensive line. Simmons having a terrific season. 3 allocated players, and they've all been effective.
And Simmons, he's been effective on the first 2 defensive plays for Scotland.
Simmons allocated by the Rams. No gain on first down. 4 receivers in the game. Rubley will work out of the shotgun. Schrader in motion. Rubley under pressure again. Ball deflected.
And intercepted. Intercepted James Logan. Wow, Schrader had it. Logan took it away from him.
It changed possession 2 or 3 times.
And there he is. The weak side linebacker. We're going to see, you see Schrader go in motion. He's going to come underneath, just follow 84 underneath. And here's the pass off his hands, off there's another hand. Now Schrader's got it. And look who comes in and takes it away, 56 Logan. Schrader through his hands. And watch Schrader again. Schrader almost has it. Gets taken away.
Our first look at the Scotland offense. Dave Barr, the starting quarterback. On a handoff, Saran Stacy. Stacy picking up where he left off just 1 week ago. Matt Gay makes the tackle. Dave Barr, allocated by the San Francisco 49ers.
And see the key number there, 1 touchdown. That's all he has. And the other starting quarterback, Spence Fisher, he has 1. So obviously they do it on the ground, handing the ball off to Saran Stacy.
Barr will also run with the football. He's the 2nd leading rusher on the team behind Saran Stacy. This is Stacy. Gets away from 1 tackler. Looking to turn the corner. The spin move didn't work. Good coverage there by Chris Schelling. Saran Stacy leads the backs and receivers. And it is a talented bunch, including Yo Murphy, who had the big 50-yard catch to win the game 1 week ago, 10-6 over Amsterdam. On the National Series, Scott Cooper having his best season. We'll check in at wide receiver. Stacy is a workhorse. 2nd and long. Out of the backfield, caught by Mazio Royster, forced out of bounds by Aubrey Beavers.
You take a look at the offensive line of Scotland, and on the left side, Matt Joyce, he's moved out there from guard to tackle because Florine had to move over to the other side, and he's got his hands full today going against Stanley.
Brings up a passing situation on 3rd down. Barr to throw it. He's got some time. Guns it over the middle, and it is complete.
Big tight end Ricky Brady.
Anthony Fielding's in on the stop.
And a penalty flag on the field. You see Mike Pereira, the referee, is going to call illegal hands against the defense. Pass interference.
Barr had plenty of time. They are not a passing team.
Pass interference. Number 50 on the defense. Penalty is declined. First down.
The call from the referee, Mike Pereira. A look at the defensive line for the Rhine Fire.
Led by Dunstan Anderson, number 98. He's got 5 sacks, but he hasn't had any in 3 games, so he's hungry.
On the National Series, Peter Gross-Poswell checked in. He had 2 sacks, the first 2 of his career, a week ago on the victory over Frankfurt. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, and moving ahead, Mazio Royster. Anthony Fieldings with a stop.
Here's a look at Anthony Fieldings. He's in the middle. He's a number 1 tackler on this team. Also Mark Brook. You saw him on special teams, and Aubrey Beavers likes to hit people.
The Rhine Fire defense ranked 4th in the World League currently, allowing 14.6 points per game. 2nd down for Scotland. Barr will surge ahead for the first down as the offensive line gave him a push.
Take a look at Chris Schelling. He's the leader of this secondary, which has no interceptions to date, these 4 players, so they're looking to pick one off. Probably won't come today, though, because Scotland, again, they love to run the football, but Chris Schelling is their leader. He's their strong safety.
Shelling allocated by the Miami Dolphins. First and goal. Ball on the 9-yard line. Barr.
Calling the audible.
Letting everybody know what the play is. On a handoff. Stacy, high stepping. Tried to cut his way to the goal line. Zoran Stacy. Brought down by Tyrone Williams.
There's Kaya Halo right in the middle. He's in front of Stacy, and watch him pick up Shelling right there to open up the hole. Kaya Halo, an excellent blocking fullback, rarely carries the football.
Jim Kreiner has been happy with the development of this team offensively, and a lot of that is attributed to Barr. On the pitch, Stacy surging ahead, and he comes up just short.
Cedric Saunders, who is the second tight end, wears number 85, went in motion and had a nice little cut block on the linebacker on the outside, which enabled Zoran Stacy to cut it back up inside. Now there's 85 just to the left of your screen. You'll see him cut right there. See that cut? And then Stacy doing a good job using his blockers, gets it up to the 1.
3rd and goal. Barr moves ahead.
No signal yet, folks.
Trying to uncover the pile. Touchdown, Scotland.
And again, Jim Kreiner holding up the one finger saying we're going for the 1-point extra point, because of course you can go for 2.
On the keeper, Dave Barr gets the Claymores on the board first.
Those guys. Be down right below their ass. Too high? Good job, man.
Gary Parker on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Mark Hartzell. And the Scottish Claymores take a 7-0 lead on their first drive, taking advantage. They make the defensive play, and they get to the end zone. Scotland with a touchdown on their first drive, set up by a defensive play. The interception from James Logan. His first of the season. Dave Barr capped it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. Wayne Lamley on to kick it off. And Deriki Mose back to get it. Mose tried to make a cut to the outside, and good coverage by the special teams unit for Scotland.
Where's the beef iron down here? This is World League version of sumo wrestling. Just move the pile. If you get them across the line, you win it. You got to get down below the guy opposite you both ways, and that time the offensive line won that battle.
And it was a bit of a sneak, because most would feel that Zoran Stacy would be the weapon to go to in that situation. It paid off. The Rhine Fire get the ball back. First carry of the game for Ricky Powers, brought down by Brad Keeney. Penalty flag down.
They're calling offensive holding, and they don't call that a lot in this league. We've heard that from the coaches, but they called it there. Galen Hall not liking that play.
It'll move the Rhine Fire back.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Mike Sheldon called for holding. Starting linebackers for the Scottish Claymores, James Logan, on loan from Seattle.
And he set up that touchdown with the interception of the tip pass.
On the National Series, Emmett Waldron will check in. He's from Ireland. So it remains first down. Rubley straight back. In a crowd, it was deflected away. A flag goes down. Frederick Ford able to get a hand on it.
Now, did he have his left hand on the receiver? Sometimes they call that. Looked like a pretty good defensive play. Got a meeting here. What? Didn't like those meetings. You know, it's good because they're getting it straight, but you always had the feeling like they weren't sure what was happening. Defensive pass interference. There's Frederick Ford, who made the play. Let's take a look at it.
75 had to be in that whole series.
Again, it'll be on the left side of your screen, number 46, Frederick Ford. I don't know.
Tough call. So the Rhine Fire gets some yardage back. 1st and 12. On a play fake. Rubley the lob and nobody there.
He was going for Nachiabi. I'm sorry, he was going for A.J. Ofadile, but Ofadile went down and he complained. Looking at George Coghill, he was World League Defensive Player of the Week last week, had a bunch of tackles.
Charles Swan joins him in that secondary, allocated by the St. Louis Rams. Doug Terry and Kevin Scott, the other two. So the Rhine Fire having a tough time getting this drive going. 2nd down and 12 on a handoff, straight up the middle. And Ricky Powers is brought down by Troy Bailey.
Troy Bailey has been a guy who's been getting penetration on these first 2 defensive series for Scotland. He is the left defensive tackle, second guy in. He gets penetration right here, makes the initial hit and pulls him down. It's a good job by Bailey.
3rd and long. Rubley in a shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers. Rubley throws the deep ball, and it's brought in. Good grab by David Rhodes, his 2nd of the game.
And you know what T.J. Rubley did that time, Ian, is he put a lot of air underneath the ball, and he let David Rhodes adjust to the pass, because Rhodes was running down the sideline, and you'll see pressure coming up from T.J. Rubley's left side, and he throws it up there. Now watch the adjustment here. Plenty of air under the ball. If that's a line drive shot, that's not a catch.
Demetrius Martin was beaten on the coverage. Rhodes getting involved early here in the 1st quarter. Down to 6:24 remaining. Scotland with a 7-0 lead. On the handoff, Powers slipped initially and then stacked up David Barnard, the first man to reach him.
You know, talking to Galen Hall this morning at breakfast, he said he likes this Scottish Claymore defensive front. He thinks it's the quickest and strongest front in the league. Look at those guys.
They are ranked number 2 in the league defensively. And this is a team that's gaining confidence. 2nd and 7. To the fullback, Derek Clark barreling through. Eric Unverzak there to greet him.
Let's take a look at that offensive line, Serge. A lot of bodies crashing here. Unverzak coming up from the middle to make the play. That's just a big running back against a big linebacker. Gain of a couple yards, making it
3rd down. Rubley, heavy rush, got it away, and it's complete. Sean Foster, covered by Charles Swan.
And Terry made the tackle that time, and Doug Terry coming up from his free safety almost stopped the 1st down. 4 wide receivers. Look at Simmons go inside. Simmons, he's been getting a lot of pressure, and then the catch. Terry with almost the good tackle for a non-1st down, but he's got to cross the 45-yard line just inside, enough for the 1st.
The Rhine Fire on the move. T.J. Rubley, admittedly banged up. The shoulder is not 100%. On a handoff, Clark on a misdirection. Found a hole and took advantage. Demetrius Martin was forced to come up from the free safety position. That's the 3-pronged attack that they have at the running back position with Clark, Powers, and Carter.
Right side of your screen, see that offensive line just caved down, and look at this hole for cutting back. Good job by the left side of the offensive line of the Rhine Fire.
And good recognition by Clark cutting against the grain.
Always have to recognize something Saran Stacy does very well, and Clark did there as well.
Clark remains in the game, the lone setback. 3 wide receivers. handoff, Clark. And a crowd of tacklers on hand to deal with him.
You have to wonder if Galen Hall is going a little bit more to the running game to protect T.J. Rubley, who again has that shoulder problem. Did not practice all last week. Only practiced yesterday, and yesterday was really just a walkthrough. And you know, they do have a very good running game, good passing game as well, but they've been running the ball quite a bit here in the first quarter.
2nd and 6. Shotgun formation once again for Rubley. On the play fake, Rubley being chased. Rubley on the move, trying to make something happen. T.J. Rubley out of bounds.
I'll tell you, Jason Simmons, the defensive end on the right side, he has been getting penetration this whole game, and he is getting a little frustrated. Now, it'll come from the left side of your screen. There comes Simmons. He bites a little bit on the play action, but now he's going after him. And this is what really frustrates the defensive end, is an active quarterback. Simmons dives for him, and you think here that T.J. Rubley will probably want to duck it out of bounds, not take a hit with that right shoulder.
Well, that's what makes T.J. Rubley dangerous, the fact that he can scramble and he can gain yardage. Another first down. On the handoff and tripped up from behind, Antoine Carter got caught up with Jason Simmons.
And you see Simmons pat his head. He's getting tired right now. He made the play, looked to the sideline, and he said, you'll see him right there on the left side of your screen. He's going to get by his man. The guard pulls, makes the play. And remember, he just ran about 30 yards last time. He gets up, pats his head, I want a break. He's going out for a play or two. Allocated by the Rams. Very good player. A little warm out here in the sun today. No wind.
Currently tied for 2nd place in the World League in sacks with 5. Rubley to throw it. Deflected at the line of scrimmage. And incomplete. David Barnard had some penetration. Stops the clock with 2:05 left in the first quarter.
Well, here's Bailey coming in from the right side. Sticks up the big paw. That's what you...
3rd down. Rubley to throw it. Sideline route, it's caught well short of a first down. Catch made by Sean Foster. Charles Swan got him around the ankles.
Yeah, and Foster doing a good job coming back to the football, but again, on that 3rd and long, you need more than 15, need more than just a couple yards. So into the game, Atlee Larson, who was only 1 for 5 this season.
His longest field goal, 38 yards. This one will be from 42. Larson has got the distance, and it is good. Atlee Larson, his longest field goal of the season. And the Rhine Fire hoping to chip away. Late stages, first quarter, Scotland with the lead. The Claymores leading the Rhine Fire 7-3. We know that the shoulder is hurting T.J. Rubley, but it has not affected his scrambling ability.
No, and of course he took off on that one play around the left side, and I thought he might duck out of bounds a little early because it saved that right shoulder, which was exposed.
41-yard field goal officially for Atlee Larson. The kickoff fielded by Eric Smith. Smith is hammered at the 25-yard line.
This is what special teams is all about. Again, good job picking the ball up that time. Smith coming up, watch left side of your screen, number 19. Oh, baby. That's John Anderson, the safety. He just comes in, and that's what special teams are all about. They talk about on special teams, keep your head on a swivel because you never know where it's coming from.
1st and 10 for Scotland. Barr, the quarterback, on a pitch out. Stacy had some trouble with it initially, but positive yardage once again. Saran Stacy has been a machine over the last 2 weeks.
And one thing he does real well, and I've noticed this from watching his games, he will take the toss outside or the handoff outside, see the two guards pulling, and then he'll cut it back up. Good job holding on to the football. But he does a good job setting up his blockers. He'll start to the outside, then when he sees a hole, he'll turn it upfield. He did it a lot last week, and he's done it in the 4 games he's played, this being the 5th.
5-yard gain. Backs are split. On the fake initially, this is Mazio Royster. It looked like they might go to Stacy, but Barr turned around and handed it off to Royster.
A little misdirection that time. Saran Stacy to the offensive right, Mazio Royster to the left.
Israel Stanley, Anthony Fielding's in on the stop, and that will do it for the first quarter of play. The Scottish Claymores leading the Rhine Fire 7-3. Iron Eagle, Dave Jennings back at Waldstadion. Scotland leading the Rhine Fire 7-3. Scottish Claymores come in at 3-3. Rhine Fire leading the World League at 4-2. They are 2-1 at home. Claymores, the defending World Bowl champions, but 1-4 all time against the Rhine Fire. Start of the second quarter. Barr to throw it. He's got his man, Yo Murphy, met by Anthony Fieldings.
Murphy just goes in motion, comes inside, across the middle, stops, and right in front of the linebacker, and Barr meets him nicely. You'll see him in motion. Now he's just going to settle in right in the middle of the field, in front of Fieldings, the linebacker. A nice pass by Barr, and a first down.
They will move the chains. Murphy had the big 50-yard reception to win it last week. Stacy bouncing off tacklers. Stacy with that second effort, turning nothing into something.
Take a look at the first quarter stats. Should be relatively even, and they are. The one turnover, the key right here. That turnover led to 7 points, and that's the difference in the game right now.
A second down and 7.
Loose ball.
Barr couldn't handle the snap. It'll go the other way. Recovered by the Rhine Fire.
James Wilson, big old number 74 at the bottom of that pile, and we couldn't tell from here if Barr pulled out too soon. Jeff Smith pulled out too soon. Here it is, just never gets it. And there it is. Barr can't get to it, so a turnover apiece now.
And the Rhine Fire with good field position as they attempt to take the lead.
You know, coming into this game, Scotland was a +2 and a +-, and Ryan was a -1, so pretty even.
Rubley has 3 receivers to work with. On a play fake, Rubley. Sideline route. Schrader the catch, and more. Bill Schrader is taken out of bounds by Doug Terry.
And you got to watch the tackle here. Terry tries to grab him and pull him down instead of going for the textbook tackle, and Schrader having an excellent year, slot receiver. You can see the blitz. He just runs a quick out. Terry from the safety position. Now watch Terry. Instead of going down low, he just tries to pull him down, and Schrader says, I'm not going to have any of that. I'm going to take it downfield. Schrader reminds me a lot of Sean LaChapelle from last year when he had the good year and went on to play for Kansas City.
20-yard gain on first down. Here's the handoff, and not much doing. Larry Williams was there to cut it off.
One thing any coach would like would be a good mix of run and pass, and that's the thing the Rhine Fire does very nicely. They've got some good running backs, they got a good quarterback, they got some good receivers, and if you can mix the run and pass nicely, as Galen Hall likes to do, you really put the defense back on their heels because they don't know what's coming.
And it's coming together for this team. They're off to their best start in team history at 4-2.
Watch the boot.
Man in motion, Rhodes. Rubley makes the connection. Upfield for A.J. Offadile, the tight end. Jamie Fields, the tackle.
Going with a 2 tight end formation at times. And Offadile will be on the left side of your screen. He's right over here, and he just runs a little out pattern. See him take off. Linebacker's going to try to cover him, but he gets good separation, and off a delay turns it upfield. Time he feels a strong side backer in coverage.
A critical third down play. Quick drop, and it's caught. Once again, Bill Schrader at a first down. James Logan the coverage.
Yeah, the linebacker on Schrader, not the right coverage, and Schrader, and he's very happy right now. He just ran a quick out. TJ Rubley with a nice release, and Logan coming over late. Just so you can see the quick out there, and it's coming right into your living room. Here comes the linebacker Logan, who had the interception before, so Schrader pays it back down to the 6-yard line.
First and goal for the Rhine Fire. On a handoff, Carter. He tried to surge ahead and got a couple. Brought down by George Coghill.
Interesting, they had 3 wide receivers to the left that time. They ran it away from the 3 wide set. Oftentimes when you see 3 wide receivers on one side, you'll see some kind of screen behind 2 of the wide receivers.
The big fullback, Derek Clark, checks into the game on a second and goal. Rubley looking. Could not make the connection. He was looking for Michael Drittline.
Almost looked like he surprised Drittline coming out of his pattern on the out to the sideline. We'll keep an eye on Drittline. Rubley with a gun, firing that in there. It'll go to your right side. Rubley looking to his right the whole way. A 3-step drop. See if we can see Drittline. Kind of surprised him, a little bit high. Maybe could have caught it.
Third and goal. Rubley to put it in the air, and it was dropped. Sean Foster couldn't hold on.
He's got his hands on his hips. You don't get many opportunities like that. TJ Rubley knows it. He's disappointed. He's a good quarterback. He will not yell at Foster. Foster knows he should have caught it. Foster wide open left side of your screen. Just watch it go right into his hands. Just, yep, there's the reaction. But he's not a yeller or a screamer. He's a very positive guy, and he'll settle for the field goal here.
A week ago, Foster was the hero with the touchdown that put the Rhine Fire out on top. They held on for the 21-20 win. Manfred Bergsmuller on and hooks it through. We've got a 1-point game. Second field goal for the Rhine Fire. 7-6. Scotland with a lead in the second quarter. Good crowd on hand here at Waldstadion. The Rhein Fire, they've been the talk of the town of late, especially after the back-to-back victories over the Frankfurt Galaxy. It's a 7-6 game. High kick by Atle Larsen, but short. And brought back to the 30-yard line. Eric Smith.
Keep an eye right here on Schrader. He's not in this play so much, but watch Coghill come up and clock him right here. He's saying, stay out of my territory. Folks, that's football. You could say that's pass interference, but the ball wasn't coming his way. 5-yard rule. Coghill likes it.
The Rhine Fire scoring drive. 7 plays, 34 yards. And Barr coughed it up for Scotland. On a handoff. Stacey moving ahead, getting some help from that offensive line, brought down by Sylvester Stanley.
So Purvis Hunt wears number 79. He is the right guard right here. Keep an eye on his block. He's going to come right into the hole, hit Mark Brook, and I'll tell you, Saran Stacey can find something out of nothing because there wasn't a big hole there.
Stacey out of the University of Alabama. All-time leader in yards gained in World League history. Stacey brought down from behind. It's rather predictable. You know what Scotland is going to do. The question is whether or not you can defend it. Jim Kreiner makes no bones about it. This is a running team. And their featured back is Rhein Fire, setting a World League record with 43 carries a week ago. The most carries he's ever had in one game, including high school, college, and professional. Barr, quick drop. And the catch is made by Scott Cooper, the national player. Michael Swift with the coverage.
That's a good job by Cooper. He's lined up on the right side right here, and he runs a simple out pattern, gets the first down yardage, holds on to the ball after the play from Swift. Now, again, he's in the play because every other series, right here, every other series a national player must play. So Cooper's in the game right now, as is Grosspas for the Rhine Fire.
1st and 10 on a play fake. Barr, all kinds of time, and he threw into a crowd. Double coverage. Matt Gay was there. Yo Murphy, the intended receiver.
Boy, you got to see how the play action held that front seven. Everybody up front thought that Rhein Fire had the ball. Just watch him after the play fake. Everybody just stops. They think he's got the ball. Look at Barr standing back there forever. Now he finally gets a little pressure. Kind of throws it into double coverage.
Yo Murphy, only 5'10", 187 pounds. 2nd and 10. On the draw, Stacy tried to cut to his right, but couldn't. Mark Brook made the tackle.
You know, it was raining last week up in Scotland, and Jim Criney, their coach, said, we got to run the football. I think Stacy liked that. He's getting a lot today as well. He will be the main running back. They've got a couple other guys back there. They got Mazio Royster, but he's only got a couple of carries this year, and Kaya Hilo, the good fullback, he's only got 10 carries. So the guy who's going to carry it is number 27 right there. He's got 9 already today for 46, as you can see.
A 3rd down play. Barr deep in the pocket. Man is wide open once again. Scott Cooper from Great Britain.
Neat thing about Scott Cooper here is he runs down. He's at the top of the screen, and he just runs down. Now watch him, good separation here. Watch him plant and come back. The defense back there, he thinks it's a go. Now watch Cooper come back to the quarterback. There your Scottish Claymore national player, Scott Cooper on the left.
And Cooper is a guy with a lot of instincts. Has picked up the game quite well. They've been very happy with his development. Another 1st down. Ball deflected up in the air, up for grabs, but the Rhine Fire could not converge in time. Dunstan Anderson got a hand up.
Good recognition by the left defensive end. He saw the 3-step drop. You'll see him on this picture. He's right here. Watch him get on the 3-step drop. He can't get the penetration. Stick up the left hand and get it. Almost a play by Pete Schufelt, but there's Dunstan Anderson again. He's got 5 sacks coming into this game. They're going to run out of time here. They got to call a timeout.
And that's exactly what the Scottish Claymores do. We're in the 2nd quarter at Waldstadion, Scotland, with a 7-6 lead. Coming up June 22nd, La Grande Finale, World Bowl 97. The Barcelona Dragons will be the home team. Who will they play? That is the question. These two teams certainly in the mix. If you're interested in tickets, you saw the number on your screen. Scottish Claymores and the Rhine Fire hoping that they can get that 2nd spot in World Bowl 97. 2nd and 10 for Scotland. Barr deflected once again. Dunstan Anderson.
Again, that's a smart defensive lineman. If you don't get the penetration, just try to get your hands up. Maybe not even block the ball, but you can cause some vision problems with your quarterback. Coming in from the left side of your screen, just sticks up the right hand and knocks it down. They're going for Brady, the tight end. Dunstan Anderson, a couple of block shots right here.
He's been quiet in the sack department of late after getting off to the torrid start, but he is playing a role so far today. Barr has got time, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aubrey Beavers. Beavers on the move and forced out of bounds.
And they were going to Yo Murphy on that play. Murphy running a crossing pattern, and Dave Barr didn't see Beavers, who was on his right. Murphy was on his left. That's why he never saw Beavers step right in front of Yo Murphy. Okay, Yo Murphy's going to come in from the right side of your screen. Keep an eye on 53 in red. 53 in red, not even in Barr's eyesight, but here he comes right in front of Yo Murphy. You know, that's one of those plays where the quarterback does not see the linebacker dropping back into coverage, and Barr, he's going to chase down, try to chase down Beavers.
So another turnover for Scotland. Can the Rhine Fire take advantage? Once again, good field position. Out to the flat, the acceleration by Carter. Brought down by Jaime Fields.
Ethan Brooks, number 79, the right tackle right here. Keep an eye on him as he comes out. Here he's going to just stretch out, come out, and have a nice block right there. Open up the hole for number 26, Carter.
1st and 10 at the 25. On the handoff, Carter backing his way in for a couple of yards. Schrader got flipped over. Away from the play, Bill Schrader got flipped to the ground.
David Barnard not happy. He got the initial penetration but could not pull him down for the tackle.
Time ticking away, under 5 minutes left in the first half.
Watch the penetration right here by Barnard, number 96. He gets in there but can't pull him down.
Carter remains in the game. Rubley on a rollout. Rubley looks to the sideline, and it's complete to Schrader. A short gainer. James Logan was there.
Might have even lost a yard on the play. That's the guy who T.J. Rubley will look to. Schrader lining up on the right side in the slot as he normally is. Just a simple out pattern. He just sits there and waits for the ball. Logan in coverage. That's, you know, they actually lost a yard on a play.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Schrader has been T.J. Rubley's favorite target this season, amongst the leaders in all receiving categories in the World League. Rubley out of the shotgun. Rubley under pressure, steps up, the flip. It's caught by Clark. Jason Simmons made the play, but a heads-up play by T.J. Rubley just to release the football.
Yeah, and he moved Clark over on the right side right before the play. Now Clark's right in your picture here. Here comes Logan, and he's going to chip Logan and then release. There's Logan under pressure, and then there's a little flip pass. You don't have to throw it overhand as long as it goes forward and you're behind the line of scrimmage. And it's 4th down. I don't think they're going to measure here.
It is short of the 1st down. They needed to get to the 15-yard line. And they are short by inches. T.J. Rubley takes a timeout. Coming up on the World League schedule, the Barcelona Dragons and the Rhine Fire. Maybe a little payback time for the Rhine Fire. They did not play well in the opener against Barcelona. London matched up with Amsterdam, and the Scottish Claymores taking on the Frankfurt Galaxy. All the teams, all 6, are still in it.
Out of corner on this at all. Okay. Heavy 235 Bob. 235 Bob? Derek, you got to get it. Heavy.
Heavy usually means 2 tight ends. Bob means the lead back will block on one of the linebackers. This is a running play, obviously, on 4th and short. Heavy could even be 3 linebacker tight ends. Let's just see if they load it up coming out of the huddle.
It'll be 4th and inches. You see the conversion.
We got 3 tight ends, 2 backs.
Rubley on a handoff. Clark barrels through for the 1st down.
I don't know if Scotland was really ready on that play. 3 guys ran off the field right before the play developed. Clark just took it upfield. Again, you got your heavy people in the game, your big people, 3 tight ends. Actually, Schrader was one of them. He's at the bottom of your screen. He won't even move on the snap. Just blocking up front. Good block by Ricky Powers. Clark's happy. Doing a little bench press.
A 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Clark short of the goal line. Demetrius Martin with the stop and another 1st down.
or Clark just gets a good head of steam going here. You'll see it from the left side of your screen. Look at that hole right there. Nobody even touches him until he gets down to the 5-yard line. He takes it down to the 1, so they'll get 4 cracks from the 1. Let's see if they come out with that heavy lineup again. Yep.
It is Clark and Powers in the backfield. 3 tight ends on a handoff. Clark, touchdown, Rhine Fire.
Well, another turnover leads to another score as Clark takes it in off the left side to make it 12-7. They'll go for the 1-point extra point, which is the right call.
Second rushing touchdown of the season for the fullback Derek Clark. He was the team's leading rusher last year. The extra point is good from Manfred Bergsmiller.
There's a penalty on the field. Scala may have jumped across. And if they did, they'll just put it on the ensuing kickoff. It'll be offside. They'll put it on the ensuing kickoff. Ryan will kick off from the 35.
So the Rhine Fire take the lead.
Powers over here, and watch him lead off to the left side as Clark is right there on the linebacker. And actually takes out 2 guys. He also took out a couple of players. Actually, you see it again. Leading block. 2 guys go down. Clark just gets into the end zone, and then here it is. Is he safe? Safe. Always wanted to do that.
Yeah, you never got that chance.
I never got close to that end zone.
What about that? Have you ever wanted to do that?
Probably safer just trying to celebrate in the end zone.
13-7, the Rhine Fire with the lead. 2:21 left in the first half. Derek Clark with a touchdown run from a yard away. 7-play drive, 37 yards. Took up 3 minutes and 45 seconds following the turnover. Aubrey Beavers with the interception. Now the Scottish Claymores setting up their return unit. Atle Larson will kick it off. He's from Norway, out of Virginia Tech. Went to college in the United States. There's Dave Barr. Trying to stay warmed up. Has not gotten into a groove yet. You hand the ball off to Saran Stacy time and time again. You just hope to find a rhythm throughout the game.
It's a little tough to find a rhythm, though, when you're handing off the ball quite a bit.
Eric Smith, Yo Murphy, they're deep. Larson kicks it away. Fielded by Smith, and he comes up short of the 20-yard line.
John Anderson with another special teams tackle. That's a couple so far today.
The Scottish Claymores have some time to work with, though. They can run their 2-minute drill. They trail 13-7.
You know, one thing they did nicely last week.
Move the sticks. We're just going to move the fucking sticks.
Again, he just wants to get first downs. Take a look at the scoring drive. Derek Clark, I'm sorry, with a 1-yard run after the turnover. Anytime you see a 37-yard drive, you know a turnover was involved, or a good punt or kickoff return.
First and 10 for Scotland. On a handoff. Not much running room for Saran Stacy. He does create something. And Israel Stanley made the stop as we hit the 2-minute warning. The Rhine Fire at home. They lead the Scottish Claymores 13-7 in the second. Back in week 3, the Rhine Fire defeated the Scottish Claymores 23-10. They lead late in the second quarter here in week number 7. Scotland with a football. Barr with 2 running backs. Will hand it off. Stacy bouncing to the outside. Anthony Fieldings made the play.
Now, one thing we're seeing right now in these two running plays is they're going to get 7 guys in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 guys there, and it makes it a little tough to run the football. Both the last 2 plays. This one going over to the defensive right. See everybody around him? And Ryan knows this because they don't have a good passing game. Scotland doesn't. They pound on their running game.
Brings up 3rd down and a long 3. On a play fake, inside handoff to Jared Kayahalo, the fullback.
Very smart play. They went with misdirection that time with the, it looked like they're giving it to Stacy to the left, and then Kayahalo goes to the right. There's a timeout here. And just watch the misdirection. Here comes number 27, Saran Stacy. There goes Kayahalo. And Scotland will call a timeout here at the 109 mark to try and get something done since they got that 1st down.
Mark Brook brought him down. Jared Kayahalo out of Missouri Southern. A good blocker. And they've been happy with the job that he has done, providing some space for Saran Stacy.
And he runs the ball very rarely. Coming into this game, he had 10 carries. As you can see, both teams with the timeout left. Again, one thing that hurts Scotland, they don't have a great passing game. I mean, well, let's take a listen here. Well, let's go. That's good advice. We just caught the tail end of that, folks. But they don't have a great passing attack. Last week, they ran the ball so many times, and then their 2-minute drill was throw a 50-yard pass to Yo Murphy.
And it won the game. An emotional victory over Amsterdam. 1st down, play fake, Barr to throw it. Barr, plenty of time, got his man. Up ahead, and the catch made by the tight end, Ricky Brady. Big play.
Beat Mark Brook.
1st down.
Beat Mark Brook, the strong side backer. Now they're going to hurry up with the clock ticking, not call a timeout. Or do they? Yes, they do.
Chris Schelling brought down Brady. Brady does not have blazing speed, so there wasn't really the threat of a touchdown. But we were talking about the lack of a passing game.
Here's Brady over on this side. He's going to release down here, and he's going to get ahead of Brook. So he releases inside, just runs a simple post pad and gets ahead of Brook. And look at that separation. So you have to jam the tight end at the line of scrimmage if you want to keep him from going downfield, but he got the clear release.
I think this is a good time to do it. Let's do it.
And if in doubt, throw it away.
You might want to do. You want to get that feeling.
You might want to put him in the wing. That sure is cover 2. They play cover 2 every time. You know?
Yeah, he's got a job. Right, let's get a G-man.
G-man, G-man, G-man.
We're going. Yeah.
Hoops in, call it.
Ricky Brady with his 10th catch of the season. Dave Barr getting instructions from the sidelines with 50 seconds remaining in the 1st half. The Claymores down by 6.
And I heard one of the coaches say, if it's not there, just throw it away.
1st and 10 in Rhine Fire territory. Barr straight back. Good protection. Dumps it off to Saran Stacy, and a penalty flag down. Israel Stanley made the tackle.
Well, they're going to bring this back. I think it's offensive holding against Scotland, and it is. Couldn't tell if it was Big Purvis Hunt, the right guard.
We'll get the particulars from Mike Pereira, the referee.
Holding. Number 77 offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat 1st down.
So it brings it all the way back to the 49.
Matt Joyce is the left tackle. He is over here. I'm locked up with him pretty good, but the official from the side, you can see the flag come in, called holding.
1st and long. Play action. Barr's in trouble and devoured. Israel Stanley and James Wilson.
Stanley that time beat a double team. And I would think now they just let the clock run out with 30 seconds. Might just let this thing run out.
It's ticking away.
See Stanley Number 90, watch him go by 63, and then Purvis Hunt comes over, but he just swats him away.
I'll keep it on the ground. Saran Stacy. Stacy gets out of bounds with 10 seconds left in the first half, chased by Artis Houston.
Well, now you got a chance for a Hail Mary. Or you have 2 chances to try and set up a field goal. You got 1 chance for maybe a 15-yard down and out to Yo Murphy, try to get it to around a 30, and then you bring in your field goal kicker. If that goes incomplete on your second play, you just throw a Hail Mary. Why not? Although it's third down, they got time for 2 plays. Just take your shot. Nothing's worse than giving up a score at the end of the half.
Just 10 seconds left in the first half. Barr to throw it. Steps up. And he is brought down. James Wilson, the first man to get there.
Nothing's better for your defense than getting a sack at the end of the first half. Clock is temporarily stopped at 5, but they'll roll it now and run out the clock to end the first half.
One half of play complete. The Rhine Fire looking for their 3rd consecutive victory. They lead the Scottish Claymores 13-7. Back at Waldstadion, Ian Eagle, Dave Jennings getting ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Rhine Fire with a 13-7 lead on the Scottish Claymores. Look at the first half statistics and the key, Dave, turnovers.
Usually the team with more turnovers will be on the bottom end of the score, and you can see 2 turnovers by the Claymores led to 10 points for the Rhine Fire. Ryan is leading at halftime by 6 points.
A look at the quarterbacks. TJ Rubley, the injured right shoulder. He's been effective. 10 of 15, 86 yards. Did throw the INT. Dave Barr, 6 of 10. They have stuck with that running game throughout most of the day.
Yeah, but you know what the key thing here is, Ian? Have we seen a punter out there in the field here in the first half?
Nope.
You've been happy about that.
You haven't.
Keep looking for these guys. Wayne Lamley having a tremendous season for the Scottish Claymores. Like to see him kick a few away. Beautiful day to kick out here. Sunny, probably about 65 degrees. What would you say, 65, 70?
Somewhere in that area. Good crowd on hand as well. Good atmosphere here at Waldstadion. In Frankfurt and in Dusseldorf, the fans have been very enthusiastic. Atle Larson kicks it off here in the 3rd quarter. Smith motoring ahead and forced out of bounds. Michael Drittlein came over to cut off the angle. So the Scottish Claymores will start out the second half on offense. Saran Stacy. He's a workhorse, 12 carries, 63 yards. There's no mystery to the offensive philosophy for Scotland. Stacy set up with Kayahelo. Kayahelo lays out a block. Stacy is stacked up. Never goes down to the ground, but it was whistled dead.
And again, you talked about no surprises to what they do. Stacy had 43 carries last week. Kayahelo, the big fullback, going out of the game, but he is the guy who's going to carry the football.
A crucial game for Jim Crowder and company. The Claymores at 3-3. First of all, it's crucial because the Rhine Fire currently in the driver's seat for the 2nd spot of the World Bowl, and if Scotland loses to the Rhine Fire, the season series will have been swept. Stacy moving up ahead, short of the first out.
And again, you know, you look at Saran Stacy run, and he's a good outside runner, and he's also shown to be a good inside runner. As he, you know, he doesn't blast to the hole. A little delay here. Watch him. He will jitterbug a little bit, and he just picks his spots, gets up just short of the first down. Not a flashy runner, but he gets the job done.
3rd and inches. Stacy cuts up field. He's got the first down and more. Aubrey Beavers gets him down to the ground, but a penalty flag on the play.
Saw about 10 bodies move on both teams before the ball was snapped. It's illegal motion against the offense. They're going to send it back 5 yards. Make it a 3rd and 6.5.
Both backfield and net are moving at the same time. Same time.
Illegal shift on the offense. 2 men moving prior to the snap and not resetting. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Take a look at the backfield and see if Kai Halo moves. See, he moved before the that was Kai Halo and then Stacy. We couldn't see him behind, but they said both of them moved before the snap.
3rd down and about 6. Barr to throw it over the middle. Did he get the first down? Yes.
Well, he's going to be just a little bit short, I think, because the line judge came in and moved it back about 6 or 7 inches.
Yo Murphy lunged ahead towards the first down marker. Yes, it will be very close.
See, the line judge came in and he moved it back initially where we thought it was spotted. It was enough for a first down, but of course the yard markers on the other side of the field are the legal markers here in the second half.
They'll bring out the sticks.
Just gets it. Regular. They set up the screen to the left side, and also coming Yo Murphy underneath, right across. He gets held right there. Nice fingertip grab and stretches across. Maybe a favorable mark. Nevertheless, a first down.
1st and 10 from the 33. Stacy looking for the hole. Stiff arm and good lateral coverage. Michael Swift came over with Matt Gay. Aubrey Beavers also involved.
Israel Stanley, that left the right defensive end, isn't in on his play, but he holds up his man, Matt Joyce. 77 right there. Watch him get held up out of this. And that's why Stacy has no place to run, because Stanley does the job and the rest of his teammates come up to make the play. Now, Stanley won't get credit for anything on that play, but he stopped the play. Israel Stanley.
No gain on first down. And the hole is clogged up once again. This Rhine Fire defense has done a good job on Saran Stacy. Moments ago, linebacker Pete Schufelt being helped off the field.
And we'll see how it happened. Schufelt right here. Watch him as he goes inside. He's going to get his knees right there. Now, both of them actually, and the left one got the worst of it.
3rd down play. Barr deflected up in the air. It could not be brought in by Scott Cooper, and it brings up 4th down.
You can see Barr motioning to Cooper to something. He didn't like the pattern, and he's talking to him now as they go off the field. And, hey, what do we got here?
A punt?
Let's first look at Barr's reaction. He did not like something about Cooper's pattern. Can't tell from that angle. Here's Wayne Lamley, the best punter in the World League this year.
Averaging 46 yards a punt. And a high punt sending Mose back.
Look at this.
Lets it bounce. It was at the goal line.
That's a touchback because it did touch the goal line. It's definitely a touchback. That's the correct call.
The call made it creeped into the end zone barely and started rolling back.
Watch the Claymore now. Derike Mose, once he puts up his hand and signals fair catch, he cannot do anything with a football. So you run. Now, does he signal fair catch? Doesn't even signal. Now look, one player right here has an opportunity to knock it back, but he doesn't hit it. And you can see it very clearly. There it is, right there in the end zone.
Now as a punter,
that killed me.
That would just tick you off.
That's a 64-yard punt, but only a 44 net, but still 44 net's outstanding. Could have been about a 59 net.
The Rhine Fire, their offensive unit on the field. On a handoff, Antoine Carter is pushed back. Brad Keeney.
Jason Simmons and Brad Keeney wears number 92. Keeney gets it right in on the play. Doesn't wrap him there. He wraps him up there. Simmons coming over to help. Also Bailey.
No gain on first down. 4 receivers for Rubley. He'll put it in the air. Man is wide open. Michael Dritline. A crowd of players come over. Penalty flag down. Kevin Scott with the coverage.
And Jason Simmons came in from his right defensive end and went down at the knee area of T.J. Rubley. And I'm not seeing, he's hopped up, but this will not look pretty when we see this. This could be a personal foul.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, tackle below the knees after the pass had been thrown, 15 yards added on to the end of the run, number 95. First down.
Look at Rubley. He's not happy right now, and I wouldn't be either. You can't go to the knee area. It's over here, right there. Watch him come in and go down low. There's, don't like to see that.
The knees buckled. Rubley had already released the pass.
And just from that angle, it didn't look intentional. It just looked like Simmons was trying to get to the quarterback. And then there you can see TJ not very happy right now. He's a tough quarterback, though. We saw it last week. And I don't think that was intentional, but still, you can't go to the knee area.
It moves the ball ahead to the 43. The Rhine Fire with a 6-point lead. On the ground, Antoine Carter picking his way through for a couple. Jaime Fields the stop. Josh LaRocca in at quarterback. He came in the third quarter 1 week ago. That was because of a shoulder injury suffered by T.J. Rubley. Oscar Sturgis from Frankfurt engulfed Rubley a week ago. LaRocca came in, was a bit shaky early on, and then led the team to a game-winning touchdown late to get the victory over Frankfurt. On a handoff, Antoine Carter is bottled up. David Barnard involved. He was the man of a moment just 1 week ago. Josh LaRocca in the game for T.J. Rubley. Down by 6 with 15 seconds left. The 7-yard touchdown to Sean Foster. And the celebration. LaRocca just wanted to get a hug.
That's about a 100-yard dash for LaRocca. As we look at Rubley, they're looking at his left knee on the sideline.
Third down. LaRocca out of the shotgun. LaRocca, long throw. And he overthrows the intended receiver. Josh LaRocca led his man just a little too far. That was David Rhodes.
Yeah, and he was open. Just a nice post pattern. Only rushing 4 players, so you'll see how much time LaRocca has. LaRocca looking to the right side, just releasing, and look at how close his pass is. Got ahead of Coghill. That could have been a reception because he had beaten Coghill downfield. You know, and I'm just saying a few minutes ago, no punts in that first half. Yep. Here we got 2, and this is, you know, second leading punter in the World League, having a good year as well.
Dave, they're listening. Kyle Richardson. Richardson with a high punt. Demetrius Martin. He was back deep, and the ball knocked her out. Good coverage. The Rhine Fire, the special teams paying off. They lead. Rhine Fire quarterback T.J. Rubley up on his feet after a nasty hit.
Keep an eye on Simmons. He's this man right here. He will go to the outside, gets by Folau. You can see him pushing Folau back. Rolls up right there on the knee. That's what's kept T.J. Rubley out of that last series. Looks like he's okay.
11 of 16, modest numbers compared to what we've seen throughout the season. A 1st and 10 at the 27. Barr tried to pass to Mazio Royster, but it was deflected away. Israel Stanley involved in the play.
We've seen a number of block down passes, tip passes this week, and that's a good job by number 90, Israel Stanley. Good job by a lot of the defensive linemen today. Don't quite get to the quarterback, get his vision, or get the ball.
We are yet to call the name Alan de Graffenried, who has been an effective receiver for this Scotland team, but he hasn't been involved. On a handoff, Saran Stacy met head on, but still able to get more yardage. Michael Swift was over there.
Now Mark Brook, the strong side back row, coming to make the initial hit. But one thing I'm noticing about Saran Stacy is he gets hit, but he doesn't go down. You'll see Brook coming in, the first guy to make contact right there, couldn't quite pull him down. Then Swift comes in, can't quite pull him down. So Stacy just keeps getting that positive yardage, something we talked about from last week's game. Not a lot of long runs, but always positive yardage.
3rd down and 5. Stacy inching closer to another 100-yard day. Barr with his team down by 6. Guns it over the middle, and it's complete. Yo Murphy the catch, John Anderson the coverage.
Just a simple crossing pattern, and Barr had plenty of time to throw the ball. Yo Murphy will lines up on the right side as you're looking at, and will just run a simple crossing pattern underneath behind Brady, number 89. There he comes. Anderson closes, but not before the 1st down reception.
1st and 10 at the 44. Murphy had the 1 catch 1 week ago, but it was a big one. 50 yards for a touchdown. Stacy going up the middle. Mark Brook involved on the hit.
The one thing that's important for Scotland is to stay within a touchdown or 2 of Rhine, because they don't really have that passing game to run, you know, to come back with a no-huddle type of offense where they've got to score, because they're a running ball control team. Don't turn it over, but they've turned it over twice, which has led to 10 points.
2nd down and a long 7. Once again, that inside handoff to Kaya Halo, the fullback.
Dunstan Anderson on the misdirection did not go for it, and he came in from his left defensive end position and tackled Kaya Halo. Dunstan Anderson right up here. You're going to see him just close it down, play off his man Florine, and make the play in the hole. Good job by Dunstan Anderson.
Third and 6. Passing situation for Scotland. 8 of 10 on 3rd down conversions today. Barr will throw it. Barr fires. Caught by de Graffenried. His first reception. Fieldings and Brook came over and forced him back.
You know, and de Graffenried's got to do a better job on 3rd and 6. Can't run a 5-yard pattern lined up on the right side. Just ran a little hook pattern at about 5. He's got to run that at 6 because they are a yard short. Graffenried's over on the left side. Now he'll just run down inside about 5 yards. There you see him hooking up number 80, and they close on him quickly. The 2 linebackers close on him. So what is Scotland going to do here? They're going to go for it.
On a 4th and 1, Jim Kreiner making the decision. Handoff, Stacy, brought down.
Short.
Tyrone Williams wrapped him up.
Kind of knew it was going to Saran Stacy, and that's just a good play by the defensive front.
So the Rhine Fire defense comes up with a big play on 4th down.
See the penetration here. Kai Halo has to pick up the linebacker Merritt. There's the tackle. Galen Hall likes it. Rhine Fire coaching staff is right next to us in the booth next to us, and they also reacted as Galen Hall did.
So the Rhine Fire with good field position.
Rubley still not in.
It is Josh LaRocca. Saw his first playing action 1 week ago in a dramatic victory. LaRocca puts it in the air. Man is wide open. Sean Foster walking the tightrope before he goes out of bounds.
Charles Swan, the right cornerback, gave him plenty of cushion and a nice pass. Lined up on the left. There's Schrader in the slot. Foster going to run down and then out. Look how wide open he is. You can't even see the cornerback in the picture. Where's the cornerback? You'll see Swan come up right. Still don't see him.
We've been told TJ Rubley has been brought to the locker room. They are taking a look at the injured shoulder and now the injured leg as well, following the hit from Jason Simmons. On a handoff, Derek Clark, met by David Barnard and Eric Unverzak.
You like that name, don't you?
I just enjoy saying it. Unverzak.
You like Jaime Fields.
And Unverzak. I like them all, Dave.
How about Kaya Halo?
That's not a bad one either.
Off a delay.
I think we've had enough.
Got a bunch of World League names over here.
2nd down and 9 following the 1-yard gain. LaRocca will put it in the air. Loops one downfield. Wide open. Off a delay, the tight end.
Jaime Fields fell down and Unverzak was late getting over there. But there's a penalty flag in the offensive backfield. Illegal hands to the face, which will probably be turned down.
Josh LaRocca. A lot more confident this week now that he's got some experience under his belt.
Illegal use of the hands, hands to the face. Number 99 in the defense, tacked onto the end of the run, 5 yards, first down.
That's Cornell Thomas, see him right there. Right here. Just watch him, hands to the face against the offensive tackle. See the hand right there. Good shot at the hand to the face of Brooks, the right tackle. They tacked it on to the no, they didn't. As I said, I thought they turned it down. The referee had it incorrect. They turned it down and took the play.
The play was to off a delay, the tight end, and it was a big gainer.
Again, the referee told us before they're going to tack it on to the end, but they didn't have that opportunity. They just turned it down, took the pass play.
1st and 10 from the 15, 5 receivers. LaRocca out of the shotgun. LaRocca nearly brought down. LaRocca fearless as he took it through the middle.
But what they did, they went with the 5 wide receivers. Now there's a penalty flag coming out of the pile. And they go with a quarterback draw. And Jason Simmons came up with a towel. That's all he could get at LaRocca.
And a personal foul.
Which will be about a 3-yard, 4-yard penalty here, half the distance. Jason Simmons will be at the right side of your screen. It's a designed quarterback draw. Watch Simmons come in right here. Gets the towel. See, he gets the towel, throws it up in the air. Now, not sure where the personal foul is. It moves it down to the 3-yard line, half the distance.
Jim Kreiner hoping his defense can rise to the occasion. Time winding down to the 3rd quarter, 3:40 and counting. 1st and goal from the 4. LaRocca, long count. Clark, up the middle, touchdown, Rhine Fire.
There's going to be another penalty flag. One of the Rhine Fire players that looked like stepped on one of the Scotland players. Should not affect the touchdown, though. It'll be a post-touchdown foul.
Some words being exchanged. The officials trying to bring order.
That's Demetrius Martin, number 30 for Scotland, the white jersey. He's
Martin
upset.
still chatting away. With 3:26 remaining in the 3rd quarter, all indications are that the Rhine Fire will tack some more points on the board.
It should be a touchdown, then they'll take the penalties after the play.
Mike Pereira, the referee.
Personal foul, number 43 on the defense. It was after the score. Correction, personal foul, number 43. It was on the offense after the score. That's a continuous action. Touchdown counts. Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Number 43 is ejected.
Wow. So Clark scores a touchdown, commits a personal foul, his second touchdown today. He gets thrown out, and then Rhine will kick off from their own 20-yard line. Wow.
So a major loss for the Rhine Fire. Derek Clark tossed from the game.
It's not quite like losing Saran Stacy because they've got a couple other running backs, but he has scored 2 touchdowns today.
But he is the back that they go to in goal line situations. They're very comfortable with Derek Clark. The duties now fall to Antoine Carter and Ricky Powers.
I'm sorry. Sorry to happen. Derek, you're out. He's out. Let's go.
That's all you can do. Move on.
Here Galen saying sorry it happened to the official.
Manfred Bergsmuller on for the extra point. Coach Hall having a conversation.
I'm sorry for your sake. Hell, put, just don't lose your poise now. We need you in the game more than ever right now.
And that would be in the role of a cheerleader.
Exactly.
Here's Bergsmuller. The Rhine Fire with a pair of touchdowns from fullback Derek Clark, but his day is over. He checked it from the game. The Rhine Fire on top, 20-7 in the third quarter.
And here you can see what happened following the Clark touchdown. He tried to get the football, and David Barner, number 96, didn't help him. There's Barner, 96. Now watch Clark get up, and he steps on him right here, tries to step on him, and there the field judge throws his penalty flag.
The Rhine Fire kick it off. Short kick. Yo Murphy. Banged around like a pinball and finally brought down to the 35. 5 plays, 53 yards. Derek Clark with his second touchdown of the game, but a costly one considering what took place after the score. Clark ejected.
Now it'll be interesting to see if Scotland down by 2 touchdowns. Do they change their game plan and go up to the air a little more? There's plenty of time left. They don't have to. They can still run the ball. But again, Rhine has been pretty good against the run today.
Saran Stacy close to 100 yards, but he has been held in check. 1st and 10 for Scotland. They will go to the air. Barr looking. Throws the deep ball. And nobody there.
Yo Murphy about 10 yards short, but he was double covered, so Barr just said, I'll just throw it away. Don't try to force it in there.
Stops the clock with 3:06 remaining in the third quarter.
Here you'll see the offensive line. Again, one thing we just talked about, will they go to the air? Stanley rushing from the outside. Pretty good protection. That's very good protection. We'll get hit, but when you hold it that long, that's pretty good protection.
A 2nd and 10 for Barr and the Claymores. Down by 13. In motion, Cooper. Barr fires. His man is open. The tight end, Ricky Brady, covered by all 3 Beavers.
Well, they showed a different formation that time, a couple of tight ends, and they put Saran Stacy as a wing on the left side. Cooper went in motion out to the right, so a different formation. Gets some pretty good pickup there on 2nd down, gives them a 3rd and about 3.5.
So 2 consecutive passes for Dave Barr. A passing situation once again. It'll be a pitch out though. Stacy trying to get to the 1st down marker. Anthony Fieldings forced him back, and they will come up short by about a foot.
And you don't have to go for it here because there's plenty of time left. Again, 3rd quarter, 1:54 and counting. I punt the ball away here. But looks like they're going to keep him on the field and go for it. I mean, because if you don't make it here, you've given, well, see, yeah, they're going to punt the football. They should. You give the Rhine Fire the ball with this much time left at the 42, 46-yard line, you're just asking for trouble. Now, you always have to watch for any kind of fake. Fullback is Mazio Royster, so he is a running back.
Wayne Lamley has put it inside the 20 5 times this season. Deriki Mose is deep. A low punt. Mose will take it on a hop. And Mose is dragged down from behind. A 47-yard punt for Lamley. Remember now, no Derek Clark, Antoine Carter in the game for the Rhine Fire, and he's caught by Larry Williams.
Carter is the 3rd leading rusher in the World League, so he can get the job done, but Clark's been the workhorse today, especially down in the goal line, as you pointed out.
Josh LaRocca remains at quarterback. TJ Rubley was brought to the locker room. A sprained ligament in his left knee. So LaRocca, who got the opportunity 1 week ago, will get another chance here today. Good cut by Carter. Demetrius Martin finally made the tackle. 3 quarters of play in the books. The Rhine Fire in control, seemingly, as they lead the Scottish Claymores. 20-7. The 4th quarter is next. A pivotal game as far as the World Bowl is concerned. The Rhine Fire with a 20-7 lead after 3 quarters here at Waldstadion. Ian Eagle along with Dave Jennings. Josh LaRocca. He's in at quarterback for the injured TJ Rubley. Is not expected to return unless it's necessary. Right now, it's not. A 13-point lead. LaRocca unloads. Open man. It's caught by Foster. Sean Foster continues to run. It was whistled dead.
Whistled dead, exactly, by the side judge, and that's a heck of a catch by Foster, and a great pass by Josh LaRocca, who for the 2nd week in a row has come in and has done the job.
TJ Rubley talked about how happy he was for LaRocca because he was released by the Denver Broncos earlier in the week. LaRocca then came in and made the plays a week ago. He's gained confidence from last week.
And one of the confident factors, look at him, he called a couple of snap counts, and then he said, no, I'm going to call the audible. When you call an audible and gain about 40 yards, you know he's done the right thing. And Foster down here at the bottom of the screen just runs a go. And it is gone. Now look at the catch here, fingertip grab. Just on his fingertips. He goes down. Now does he get up? No, he's down when he is touched by Demetrius Martin.
The Rhine Fire and LaRocca take a timeout with 14:09 left in the 4th quarter. TJ Rubley having a chat with his backup, Josh LaRocca.
You know, and you see his helmet on, and you say, well, he wants to come back in. Maybe he's got it on just because he doesn't want to get stolen.
That's right. Stolen earlier this week. On Tuesday, they had a new one made, and he got it yesterday.
I saw him before the game. I said, hold on to your helmet.
Helmet was stolen by some kids after the Tuesday practice. As we told you earlier, Galen Hall's club, very popular here in Dusseldorf. Football, American style, has really caught on in Germany.
Yeah, it's been both in Frankfurt and here in Rhine, and of course with Rhine beating Frankfurt back-to-back the last 2 weekends, it's been a big plus.
And that was a key, so said Galen Hall. The fact that they got some validation locally to get that local rivalry and the flavor. Today's attendance over 20,000 after a big crowd, record-setting crowd this season in Frankfurt a week ago. And a handoff for Ricky Powers, looking about to the outside. And good lateral coverage by George Coghill.
He never had a hold of anything. He had it.
A look at some numbers. After 3 quarters of play.
Still a big difference is those turnovers. 2 turnovers by the Claymores have led to 10 points. Everything else is almost even. Time of possession only 35 seconds, well actually 18 seconds apart.
2nd down and about 9. LaRocca wants to put it in the air and does. Floats it over the middle. knocked away. Bill Schrader thought he had it. Demetrius Martin got a hand on the football.
Boy, that's a pass, and there's a penalty in the backfield. Could be another personal foul against Scotland. But that's a pass that Galen Hall was holding his breath on because it was floated up there, and Martin came over, almost had it, then Schrader almost had it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 90 on the defense, 15 yards, first down.
Larry Williams called for the personal foul.
Now Schrader, as always, lined up on the inside or the middle of these three. Just runs a go pattern. He's open here, but the ball is floated and short, so Martin comes over. Schrader does a good job. And there's the foul against Larry Williams, hitting LaRocca.
Oh. Gives the Rhine Fire a first down inside the 25-yard line. They lead 20-7. Early stages, fourth quarter at Waldstadion. Out of the shotgun. Inside handoff.
You know, we've
through
seen
the middle, Antoine Carter.
We've seen that a couple of times from Ryan. They spread them out with 4 or 5 receivers, and when they did it with 5 receivers, they went with the quarterback draw. When they go with the 4 receivers, they go with a draw and an 8, because LaRocca just looks how many guys are in the box. And what I mean by that, you got the 4 down linemen, but how many people are behind them? Or 1, 2, 3? There's only 1. You only got 5 guys. You can run a football. 2 or 3 guys behind the defensive line. That's when you pass it. Clock not a factor unless Ryan scores here. Makes it a 3-score differential.
A gain of 3 for Carter on first down. LaRocca, a quick throw and a catch made by Schrader. Demetrius Martin brought him down.
Schrader lining up in the 3 wide receiver set. The inside receiver on the right side just ran a quick in. You see him right here. Just watch a quick in, and there's a hole in the zone. See, right there's your hole. There's the pass. The linebacker coming over late. That's Waldron. And it's a first down play down to the, well, we'll call it the 14-yard line.
They moved the chains, and the Rhine Fire in business. Play clock winding down. Will LaRocca get it off in time? He will. On a handoff for Carter.
Loose ball. And I believe one of the offensive linemen for Ryan recovered it.
And the Rhine Fire will hold on to it. They will peel off some players on the pile. And it is recovered by the Rhine Fire. John Jones.
Right guard recovered it. I couldn't see the number. I just saw a big old offensive lineman on top of it. And you'll see it'll be the run to the left side. Carter gets stripped right there, and the defensive end just stuck out his hand. There's big old 62 jumping out right there.
Second down for the Rhine Fire. Handoff, Carter. Runs into a crowd, which included George Coghill. Jason Simmons also involved on the play.
Take a look right here. There are only 2 guys right here, so that's a total of 6 in the box. So that's why they're going to run it. They spread it out with the 3 wide receivers, but Scotland made the play, beat him defensively that time. 4 down linemen plus the 2 linebackers. Now got a 3rd down play.
Third down along 3. LaRocca looking to throw, lobs it towards the end zone, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Kevin Scott.
Boy, Kevin Scott read it, and I don't think LaRocca saw him. The receiver was open momentarily, but because he kind of lofted it up there, gave Scott a chance to come over and pick it off.
Turnovers have been part of the story. Can Scotland take advantage? They need a score, down by 13.
And here's the key to that last interception. Watch Kevin Scott go here and then back, reading the quarterback. See, he's going to take drip line, but here comes a pass by LaRocca to Foster. Kevin Scott just plays it beautifully.
Scotland needed something to spark them. They are still in this game. A lot of time left in the fourth quarter. Barr fires. It's incomplete. They trailed 20-7 with 9:52 left. We talked about the time. Yes, there is enough time, but they have to get something going at some point.
Yeah, they do, and they're only 2 scores behind. He's going for Yo Murphy across the middle, threw it behind Murphy, but they're not a passing team. Just don't pass the ball. They count on Saran Stacy to run a football, and you can see by that score upper left-hand corner, they've only got 1 touchdown.
That's part of the problem when your offense becomes one-dimensional. When you need something else, oftentimes you just can't get it. Barr on a 2nd and 10. Guns it ahead, and the ball is knocked away.
The Graffenried, the man who you said we haven't talked about a lot because we haven't been in, he played a tight end position that time and just released right down the seam. You're going to see him lined up at the tight end position. He's right over here and just released down. There he is, an outside release, then go down the seam. He gets in the open here. He's got the ball in his hands, but really broken up that time by Chris Schelling, the strong safety.
Brings up a 3rd and 10. Barr looks. The safety foul. The fullback, Kaya Halo. 1st down yardage. David Merritt the stop.
Came into this game with 7 catches, and that time that was a pretty good job right there. I wanted to see the collision. Kaya Halo, 35, going to release out to the left. David Merritt also in coverage, and just watch the collision. Who's going to win this battle, Kaya Halo or Merritt? Kaya Halo gets the 1st down, so he wins it.
Jared Kaya Halo in his 2nd year with the Scottish Claymores. 1st and 10 from the 31. Barr will put it in the air. The man releasing, Alan de Graffenried. Brought down by Mark Brook.
And once again, lining up as a tight end and releasing outside, so they put de Graffenried inside as opposed to his normal split end or wide receiver position. Dave Barr, 12 for 19. Where's Saran Stacy? They've taken him out of the game now because they're behind by 13.
Mazio Royster, the lone setback on a 2nd and 5. Barr for Royster. Short of the 1st down, David Merritt met him.
You know, we've called de Graffenried's name. He is a tight end again. Sometimes he catches. He's caught a couple now. He's got to go against Dunstan Anderson and help Florine on him. It's a good job. And that time, you know, I asked where was Saran Stacy. He lined up in the slot that time. There's de Graffenried lining up as a tight end now.
3rd down and 2. On the handoff, Stacy surging ahead for the 1st down. Mark Brook was the first man to get there, and Stacy is finally brought down to the grass.
You called it right, surging ahead because he was stopped a little bit short, but then he just kept pushing. His offense lineman kept pushing, and he got across for the 1st. Again, 3rd and short, you're pretty much sure they're going to go to Saran Stacy.
Down to 7:08 and ticking. The Rhine Fire leading Scotland 20-7. 1st and 10 for the Claymores.
Now Stacy's lined up in the left slot.
From the 42, Barr under some pressure. Over the middle, he makes the connection to Yo Murphy. Mark Brook brought him down.
Yo Murphy lined up outside to the right, ran just a down and in. You'll see him from the right side of your screen running a down and in pattern. Murphy will come into your screen right about now. Here he comes. Underneath. You saw de Graffenried take his man deep. You know, and again, how big is that interception? Because they don't need 3 scores. Scotland only needs 2 scores.
And the Claymores moving the football. Another 1st down. Coming up on the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Tight formation. Barr.
He's going to throw it.
Eric Smith looking long. Is it a catch for de Graffenried?
And a touchdown.
Yes, it is. Touchdown, Scotland. What a play.
Beating Artis Houston, the cornerback. That was, again, now the key thing for that, the pass has to be backwards. And back. Look at this celebration. The pass has to be backwards, which by definition is either parallel to the line of scrimmage or backwards.
Some razzle-dazzle for the Scottish Claymores, and just like that, they're right back in it. Eric Smith with a touchdown pass. And that ties him with Dave Barr and Spence Fisher for the most touchdown passes on the team. Here's the extra point. Gary Parker. And the Scottish Claymores bring it down the field and get a big play. Smith to the Grafenry. We are in the fourth quarter. The Rhine Fire with a 20-14 lead. The Scottish Claymores dip into their bag of tricks and they get a touchdown.
Barr just going to throw a backward pass to the left. It's got to be backward. Smith, you see Ricky Brady blocking for him. And now here, you see DeGraffenreid doesn't really beat Houston. Houston just tries to make the play and doesn't. Nobody touches DeGraffenreid. In college, just be down. This is the pros. He can keep going. He stumbles across. And let's see Barr's reaction. Just like we threw it up.
Now keep in mind, Artis Houston only 5'7", and that played a role on that play.
Beautiful.
On the kickoff, it's high, but short. Handled by Mose and brought down at the 20. Robert Flicklinger.
Love you, Mom. Happy birthday. See you later, Mom. Call you Monday. What's up, Temple and Vicky family? And all my good people that love.
If you didn't hear, Mom, he'll call you on Monday.
And how important, again, is that turnover down in the end zone by the Rhine Fire? Instead of being up by 13 or 14, they are only up by 6 points. Plenty of time left.
Josh LaRocca remains in at quarterback. TJ Rubley, an injured knee on a handoff. Up the middle, Ricky Powers. And he's met by Eric Unverzak.
And I'll tell you, folks, stick around for the end of this ball game, because last weekend, all 3 games were decided inside of the last 2 minutes.
As both of these teams were involved in dramatic finishes.
Yep. And you and I did a game last night, Barcelona, Amsterdam. Barcelona had the ball on the goal line as time, and they couldn't get it in and just lost. So exciting finishes here in the World League.
2nd and 6. Clock is down to 5:17. LaRocca to throw it. Sideline route. And Dritline is thrown down. And some words exchanged following the hit. But Dritline wisely goes back to the huddle.
Kevin Scott's got to be careful, because he could get a penalty for taunting. He made the interception a little while ago.
Scott coming up with his 2nd interception of the season. LaRocca getting instructions. He faces a 3rd down. He's been effective.
Pretty
6
good
of 7, 91 yards, but the INT. Third and 3. 4 wide receivers. Inside handoff. Powers tried the spin move, and the Scottish Claymores would have none of it. David Bernard.
Scotland playing run the whole way, and that's a tendency Ryan has shown out of the 4 wide receiver set, oftentimes to run the football. Here again, you'll see Fields coming in from the right side. He's not playing it as a pass. He's playing his run. Stays good low base. And here we got the 3rd punt of the game, 2nd. Or is this a 4th punt of the game? Anyway, 2nd by Kyle Richardson.
Under 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Richardson will boot it away for Demetris Martin. A low kick. Came off the side of the foot. Good field position for the Scottish Claymores. Down by just 6. 20-14 in the 4th quarter. Scotland ball when we come back. Getting down to the nitty-gritty. 3:42 left in the 4th quarter. The Rhine Fire holding on to a 20-14 lead. Scotland has the football.
And during that timeout, we heard Jim Kreiner say they're going to work on number 22, Lee Cole, the right cornerback, top of your screen.
1st and 10 from the 37. Barr and a handoff. Saran Stacy. He's brought back after gaining about 3. Aubrey Beavers wrapped him up.
Again, a clock not really the factor when you're only down by 6, 3.5 to go, and you're in excellent field position. They're huddling up. They're just going to run their regular offense.
Jim Kreider's club able to get a victory in the waning moments just 1 week ago. 10-6 over Amsterdam. Barr will put it in the air under pressure. Barr trying to run, and he's brought down. Dunstan Anderson got his big arms all over Dave Barr. A penalty flag is down.
It's going to be defensive holding in the secondary. That was a covered sack, but defensive holding because the pass was not thrown should give him an automatic first down up around the 46-yard line if that is the case.
As the officials meet to sort this one out, clock is stopped with 3:03 left in the 4th.
Illegal contact against the defense. 5 yards added on to the end of the run. First down.
The call from referee Mike Pereira.
It's over how many yards?
Over 5.
He was over 5. Good eyes for that one. Good eyes for that one, but
It gives Scotland a first down. At the 47. Barr wants to throw it. On a pump fake, Barr looking long to the sideline. Out of bounds, he threw it away.
Going to Lee Cole's side that time.
Scotland with 3 timeouts remaining. The Rhine Fire have 2.
Joe Murphy right in the middle of your screen was the guy they were trying to work on Lee Cole.
Israel Stanley provided the penetration and got in the face of Dave Barr. 2nd and 10. Two receivers, backs are split behind Barr. Over the middle, nearly intercepted. Ricky Brady went up high to try to get it. John Anderson was involved in breaking up that play.
Yeah, there were a couple of guys there. This might look, tight end is on your right side. He's going to run down here. You keep an eye on him. That's Ricky Brady. Now, let's see if he looks open here. He's getting in the hole, but he doesn't really look that open. A couple guys, John Anderson comes over to break it up. Chris Schelling was also there. Anthony Feely trying to force it in. He's up a 3rd and long.
Under 3 minutes to play. Scotland down 6. It was caught by Royster, but covered well.
Boy, covered well by Cole. Cole came up and laid a hit on Royster. And I'm surprised Royster held on to the ball. That's a heck of a play, and he pops right up. He's going to hop off the field, though.
Well short of the first down.
And Rhine Fire does a good job. Now, again, it's going to be to the left side. You'll see Royster release out to the left, goes out of your picture, and then Cole comes up and meets him just as he catches the ball. Look at this collision. Gets him on the left shoulder area.
And they will punt it away as Wayne Lamley comes onto the field. Jim Kreider hoping his defense can once again provide the big play. Back deep to Ricky Mose. A good punt. Mose, the fair catch signal.
Now, a player for Rhine touched it, but because it was touched first by Scotland, that's illegal touching. That is not a safety. That is a touchback. See, he touches it on the 1, then Anderson takes it in. He also recovers it on the 1 and then in the end zone. So you come back to where it was illegally touched, which is the 1-yard line.
We have the ball illegally touched first by the kicking team. It was then possessed by the receiving team and carried in the end zone. The receiving team has the right to take the ball at the spot of the first touch. First down at the 1-yard line.
That's the right call. That is the exact right call.
It would have been a safety.
I agree. But it was touched first, okay? It was touched first by the kicking team. So that gives them the right to take that spot at the spot of the illegal.
But they took it into.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, if the ball's on the ground, that's one thing. But if they take it in the air in the end zone.
I agree. Had there not been illegal touching, that would have been a safety. That's what we're trying to discuss.
The Rhine Fire backed up to their own one, 20-14. LaRocca on the quarterback keeper, trying to get them out of this hole. It's the 2-minute warning. The Rhine Fire clinging to a 6-point lead late in the fourth quarter. We rejoin you from Waldstadion, coming right down to the wire. Under 2 minutes to play, the Rhine Fire on top of the Scottish Claymores, 20-14. The Rhine Fire, though, pinned very deep in their own zone.
And we could have an intentional safety coming up if they don't want to kick out of their own end zone with not a lot of room. It depends on what happens on 2nd and 3rd down.
It's 20-16, right?
See, they're talking about it right now.
They gained about a half a yard on 1st down. Once again, trying to push that offensive line ahead. LaRocca running behind it, and a quick timeout called at the 1:55 mark of the fourth.
Now they've got their full 15 yards, but you heard Galen Hall, so that make it 20-16. So they're talking about taking a safety, then kicking away. Keep in mind, in the World League, you got a four-point field goal, which could tie it up. Anything over 50 yards is a 4-point field goal.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. During the timeout, Jim Kreiner was preparing his offensive coordinator.
Use another one. Use another one after this play. After this play.
To get ready for the no-huddle offense.
After this play. Yeah, after the play.
I think he wants them to call a timeout after this play.
Timeout after the play.
Obviously, if the clock is stopped.
Punt it out and play defense. I'm thinking about the 20 more yards. All I'm thinking about.
Talk about the safety.
Ken, I think we'll punt it out.
So he's talking about punting it or taking the safety. The extra 20 yards, you punt it from the 20-yard line instead of punting it from deep in your own territory.
These decisions will shape the result of this game, with the Rhine Fire leading at 20-14.
Think Rhine will pass the ball here? Do they have some guts?
On a handoff, Antoine Carter. And not much doing. It brings up 4th down with 1:50 left. And a timeout call.
Let's listen to Galen Hall.
Hey! What do you say? We got to take the 20 yards, I think.
We got to take the 20 yards. Let's take the 20 yards and let's take the safety.
The only thing about it, we're putting them in a chance for a 4-point field goal. Yeah. Then it's overtime, Pete. Take safety, huh? Take safety. Safety. Punt team safety, Kyle. Yeah, punt team safety. Step out the back end zone. Punt team safety.
The instructions were rather clear from Galen Hall. Take the safety, make it a 4-point game, take a risk with your defense, knowing that there is a 4-point field goal, 50 yards or more, and accept it if it happens. It would be overtime. But that is the strategy that Galen Hall has put in place.
Now, what the punter, Kyle Richardson, should do, he should take the snap, unless they're going to let LaRocca do it. Now they're bringing LaRocca in, and they're going to let him do it. Take some time on this. Go from either the shotgun or just take a direct snap and then run back. Make them force you to go out of bounds. Don't let them tackle you. See, now that, oh, look at this. Does Scotland have to call a timeout? They're not ready. Oh, my. Does Scotland have to call a timeout here?
The Claymores were not prepared. LaRocca to take the snap.
See, now he did that way too fast. Way too fast.
1 second came off the clock as LaRocca threw it out of the end zone.
He could have turned around, run back, just stood there and waited, because Scotland had no clue what was going on.
So it is a safety. And the Rhine Fire now lead it 20-16.
Kick off cover.
So instead of grinding the clock just a bit, trying to take some more time off, just 1 second elapsed. And it leaves Scotland with more than enough time.
Now look at this. See if Scotland rushes. They don't really rush. He just turns and throws. He could waste 5, 10, 15 seconds here by just running back another 8 yards, turning around, waiting for them to come back. I mean, when you're down at the end of the ball game, 8, 7, 6 seconds could make the difference. Now, keep in mind, they're going to punt it off from the 20, and the reason you punt it is because you can't use a kickoff tee. That's why they punt it, to get the better hang time. And we do have that 4-point field goal. Now watch LaRocca, he just turns and whips it. He should have turned around, run back to the goal end line, just stood there, waited, and forced them to chase him out of the end zone.
Now this is the backup quarterback, Josh LaRocca. For the second consecutive week, T.J. Rubley forced out of action in the third quarter. This time a leg injury, last week a shoulder injury.
And I'll say this in fairness to LaRocca. I mean, you don't do this very often, so it's not something they do all the time.
Richardson will punt it away. Smith is back deep with Martin.
He's got to stay behind the 20, and his teammates can't pass him until he kicks the football.
A low kick for Richardson. Smith tries to make his move. He attempted to get out of bounds,
which
is brought down.
And which is not important because it's going to stop the clock anyway.
Well, 2 of the Claymores' 3 victories this season have been marked by dramatic finishes. Let's take you back. Week 4. Alan de Graffenried hauled in this 46-yarder, only his second catch of the game. The Claymores nipped the Galaxy 9-3. And then, last week, Yo Murphy held without a catch all game. A 50-yard pass from Barr. The Claymores shocked the Admirals with a victory. Can they do it again? Barr back to throw. His team trailing by 4. And overthrew the intended receiver, Alan de Graffenried.
They attempted to go for a long one there, and they really don't have to with 1:38 to go.
Now remember the other element. A 50-yard field goal or more does count for 4 points, so Scotland will have a chance to tie if they can get into field goal range. Scotland with 1 timeout remaining, the Rhine Fire with 2. 2nd and 10 from the 42. Barr looking, open man, caught by Eric Smith. And a good gainer for Smith. Clock still running. First down, Scotland.
First down.
Down to 1:50. Barr will throw it. De Graffenried is open and scoots out of bounds.
Tell you folks, they're not setting up for the 4-point field goal.
They are looking for the win.
And Rhine right now is playing kind of soft in their coverages, letting them take the underneath stuff, and all of a sudden it's down to the 33-yard line.
Clock is stopped, 1:06 left. Jim Kreiner looking for some magic once again. Barr on a 1st and 10. Lobs it. Stacy the spin. Stacy the first down and more. Scotland moving the football down the field under a minute to play.
Now see if they don't spike it here. Player for Rhine late getting up, that's Cole. Just see if they spike it here.
And Barr will spike it.
Folks, a little while ago I said all 3 games last weekend decided in the last 2 minutes. Okay, here's Stacy just going to release out to the right, and the defensive coverage dropping downfield to the left. Defensive coverage is dropping downfield. They find Stacy wide open over here. They're going to clamp him, but he gets inside with a nice move and gets forward for the first down.
Are we picking on Cole over here?
The line of scrimmage is the 20. down by 4. Barr steps up. Barr looking to run, angling towards the sideline. And Dave Barr is knocked out of bounds. John Anderson provided the hit. An 8-yard gain.
Down to the 8-yard line. 36 seconds, so now they got 4 cracks, and now you have to think about Rhine thinking about calling timeouts. You know, you say, why would the team who's ahead call a timeout? Because they're going to get 4 plays regardless, Scotland is. And what Rhine doesn't want to do is they don't want to give up that touchdown with about 3 seconds to go.
First and goal inside the 10. 20-16, the Rhine Fire leading at 36 seconds remaining.
They're going to run out of time here.
Got the snap off. Pitch out. Stacy caught from behind. Big defensive play.
That play never really got off.
Sylvester Stanley.
Now forget the timeouts for Rhine. They've got to hurry up and run a couple of plays.
Ticking away. 20 seconds. And Barr spikes it. Clock is stopped. Claymores down by 4. They need a touchdown to win.
Looks rather calm, doesn't he? So does he. I'm a little nervous up here in the booth myself, folks. Got time for 2 plays, and you got to take it to the end zone. There got to be 2 passes to the end zone.
Add some movement.
Now, if that's against Scotland, they probably will run 10 seconds off the clock. If that's a false start, even though now if the clock's not moving, I'm not sure of that. Do they run 10 seconds off? The clock was not moving.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 63 offense, 5 yards, still first down.
And the reason they didn't run 10
set the clock to 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Left guard right here, that's number 63, Marco Rivera. See him move out of his stance. Now, the reason they didn't run 10 seconds off the clock is because the clock was not moving, so they didn't try to stop the clock with a penalty.
And the clock has been reset
to 15 minutes.
No, no, no. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
And in a sense, moving it back 5, they've got to pass it. This gives them a little more room. Murphy's the guy who won the game against Amsterdam last week. He's at the top of the screen. Remember, they said they're going to pick on Cole. Cole is opposite Murphy.
20-16. Barr looking to the end zone, fires, caught, touchdown! Scott Cooper.
And he beat Michael Swift, the cornerback, on an in route. Oh.
We got one.
14-yard touchdown for Scotland.
Now they should go for 2 here because, no, well, they'll go for 1 to make it a 3-point lead. They'll make it 1 to make it a 3-point lead, 23-16.
We are seeing a trend with the Claymores. Last-second heroics. The defending World Bowl champions picking up some steam in the second half of the regular season.
And again, it'll be on the right side of your screen, just a quick slant. Here's DeGraffenried running in, and here comes 81. He's coming in your screen right now. Cooper, see how he beat his man Swift. Now watch Barr, because he knows that when he sees Cooper beating Swift inside, there's Cooper just flashing in front of you. Watch Barr. He knows it's good. He's been there before, huh?
He led him perfectly. Just his 2nd touchdown of the season. You saw the double team on DeGraffenried, and Cooper was the open man. Extra point from Gary Parker. This is to make it a 3-point advantage. Only 15 seconds remaining. Scott Cooper. His first touchdown of the season.
Woo! What do you call this, Ian?
I wish I had a name.
Wish I could do it.
The British bump. Scott Cooper.
That's it, Scoop, baby.
From England.
Scott Cooper, baby. Nothing but the scoop, baby. Nothing but the real. So Glasgow, baby. Again. Hey, we did it again. Bam. They did ass away, baby. Claymore.
Smith, Cooper, and DeGraffenried celebrating. Galen Hall is not.
You know, and you have to be critical of the defense, not so much the decision to take the safety, because, hey, they would have punted and gotten the ball in better field position if they punted deep from their own territory, deep from their own end zone. Galen Hall wondering, what can we do now? They just got to get a return, a couple of Hail Marys. Again, it's only a 3-point differential. Now it is Wayne Lamley squib it here. Oftentimes you'll see a squib kick, and sometimes they can backfire if the guys up front pick it up.
Only 15 seconds remaining. Scotland had the early lead. The Rhine Fire then came back to take control, and in the fourth quarter it appeared as if the Rhine Fire would just cruise in for the win. But Dave Barr and the Claymores had some other things in mind, and they have rallied to take the lead. 3-point advantage for Scotland.
Now the clock will not start until it is touched in the field of play, and we have a delay of game. We have a delay of game. They're going to bring it back to the 25. And when it's a 3-point difference, this 5 yards could be crucial.
If you dish it out, you got to take it.
8 plays, 58 yards, culminating in the Scott Cooper 14-yard touchdown. Hi, Coach.
Boy, you rarely see a coach celebrate before a win, before the clock goes out.
Jim Crowder took the Claymores from worst to first in 1996, winning the World Bowl. And a chance to really help their cause with a victory. There's the squib.
See, that's where it backfires, folks. Look where they get the ball.
John Anderson on the return.
That's a heck of a play by Anderson. Only ran 3 seconds off the clock. They're at the 45-yard line. They throw 1 or 2 passes. They got a field goal attempt. This game's not over.
So the Rhine Fire with an opportunity late in the fourth quarter, just 12 seconds left. They trail by 3. Let's take another look.
Yeah, watch Anderson, and this is a squib kick, but sometimes it backfires. Anderson yanks it out of the air at the 40, and he brings it up a good 15, 20 yards. Now, you don't have to get out of bounds because the clock will stop regardless.
Line of scrimmage is the 44. LaRocca out of the shotgun. Got his man on a sideline route, Sean Foster.
Look at that, 34.5-yard line. That's a 52-yard field goal attempt, but they still have time for one more play. They should run one more quick out. If it's not there, throw it out of bounds, then try your 52-yard field goal, which would be for the win, because it would be a 4-point field goal.
Hey, go on 5 more. Let's go again. No, okay, timeout.
Talk about it. That's a good job, Galen.
They'll take the timeout with 8 seconds left. 23-20. The Claymores with the lead, but this one is not over. The Rhine Fire within field goal range.
They're going to kick it on. They're going to kick it right now. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. But they could get a little closer, but obviously this is for the win, not for the tie. Oh, baby.
It will be Otley Larson out of the hold from Kyle Richardson.
The only field goal he's made this year has come from within the 39-yard line. And he made one today. That's before this game.
41-yarder. That's his longest of the season.
He's lining it up. Well, it's going to be about 53 yards from the left hash, which is the more favorable hash for a right-footed kicker.
Otley Larson from Norway. Went to college in the United States, Virginia Tech.
And this is for 4 points, folks.
53-yard attempt for Larson. It would be the longest of his career. For the lead, Larson in the air. No good.
Offense. Offense, offense, offense.
And now the celebration.
Offense. I know that the difference was you learned how to kick.
Larson, obviously dejected. He had a chance to be the hero. Just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Now, obviously, Scotland will just take a knee, and this game will come to an end, we think.
Final play of the game. Bard takes a knee, and time has run out. The Scottish Claymores win their second straight game. They improved to 4-3 on the season. And what a huge victory as you look at the World Bowl ramifications. Both clubs now 4-3, and they split the season series. The Claymores come from behind. Atle Larson, a last-second attempt from 53 yards away. It was wide and short. For Jim Kreiner and the Scottish Claymores, a win that they felt they needed to have. He called this one a test. They win it 23-20. For Dave Jennings and our entire crew here in Dusseldorf, this is Ian Eagle saying so long from Germany.